Hey guys, how's everybody doing? And welcome to a recent game pickups video. Just doing this one solo, don't have Ryder with me. He currently has COVID, so he's staying the hell away from me. But he's doing all right. Um, so, you know, he's on the tail end of it, doing better. I do believe he went back to work yesterday, so I do believe he's good. But I've got plenty of stuff to show today. A lot of really good stuff that I'm trying not to spoil in the thumbnail because I think that's the fun of these videos is seeing what I got and you don't know and all that. But definitely some really, really good stuff in here, trust me. Covering plenty of systems here. And I'm going to start off with a funny little story. At my local game store, I won't disclose it, at my local game store, they have a lot of collectibles as well. And they had these right here. Final Fantasy VII Polygon figures. You can get all the characters that you see on the side here. Cloud, Barret, Tifa, Aerith, Red 13, Sephiroth, Reno, and the Chase figure, which is Cloud in a dress. So I was like, okay, these are awesome. They look like the original models in the game. I want these. They're not cheap though. We're looking at about $12.99 a box. So I bought two. And here's the first two I got. I ended up getting Barret, which Barret is one that I wanted. So I'm trying to show like Barret is one that I wanted. So I was like, heck yeah, Barret, give me Barret. Then my second box I got Reno. Reno's all right. No real complaints. It is what it is. Reno's cool. But I was like, all right, that's cool. About a few weeks later, I was like, hey, I'm gonna grab two more. Really wanted Sephiroth, Cloud, right? I was like, give me Sephiroth, Cloud, I'll be happy. So I bought two more. I got Barret and Reno. Still in the bag. Because, well, I already have them. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. That's just my blind box luck. So I was like, all right, no, I'm not buying anymore. My luck is horrible. Sure enough, though, I'm in there and I'm like, one more try at it. Thankfully, I did, because I got Cloud, which I really just wanted Cloud because I mean it's Cloud, right? I don't know if it's focusing on these, by the way, but I was like, okay, I got Cloud. Now I'm happy. I'm probably not gonna buy anymore. I would like Sephiroth, but they are just buying off eBay. These little boxes aren't cheap. But anyway, I just wanted to tell that because it's gaming related. I just thought it was funny. But all right, let's get into the games. I'm gonna be starting off with a game that is kind of a meme game across me, Ryder, and Tucker. Tucker being Tuckalicious on YouTube. Go ahead and check his channel out. He just uploaded a video yesterday, I believe it was yesterday, of his recent game pickup. So go show him some love. Let him know Two Broke Gamers sent you. And he picked up a game that he hated so much that it made me buy it. So that way me and Ryder can try it because he hates this game. And that is Trigger Man. I can just imagine those that have played this game probably just threw up in their mouth when this came onto the camera. But I mean, it was $1.99. Can't be too good. But I picked it up so that way me and Ryder can give it a try because, ooh, Tucker sure had some strong words to say about it. All right, that's the worst game here. That nothing else is bad. Like that's bad. Nothing else is bad. I promise. Right? That is bad. Let's go into. All right, here's a game I picked up yesterday. I don't collect a lot for the Switch, and I really should because I think the Switch is great, but I really don't collect a whole lot for it. And I'm not sure why. I think I've played the mainline Nintendo games on the system. You know, Breath of the Wild, Mario Odyssey, Mario Kart, Smash Bros, Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, you know, things like that. But there are some that I haven't played. the one in my hand including. But I think the reason I don't collect a whole lot for Switch is because most of the games I play are on multiple platforms. So the Switch, while it has the portability, it's a give and a take. Performance goes down. That's just the way it goes. So having a PS5, you really, someone like me wants to get the most out of the game. I want 60 FPS. I want 1080p at least on resolution, things like that. Now don't get me wrong, I got the OLED Switch and games look great on there, but if I can get it on another platform, I'll get it on another platform. But I did pick up Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening. I picked this up because I was actually really wanting to play it since it came out. And I was watching Happy Console Gamer, shout out Happy Console Gamer, one of my favorite YouTubers. And he gave this a 10 out of 10 recently in his new video of Switch games that he thinks are 10 out of 10. And after seeing the art style again, I was like, I gotta play it. I gotta play it. I gotta buy it. Had some extra games that were laying around, kicking around, traded in, covered the cost of this. So, really happy about that. I actually got home and they forgot to put the game in the case. It was a pre-owned copy that they forgot to put the game in the case. No big deal. They took care of me, gave me a 25% off coupon. No big deal there. Reaching over to grab a drink. Sorry. Probably not going to edit this out because I'm lazy. But yeah, I'm talking a whole lot. But that's because, hey, I'm here having a good time. I'm just talking about games, you know, showing off the collection. Haven't made a video in a while. Got plenty of storage. Got plenty of battery. Yeah, we're fine. Talking a lot too. All right. Let's go PlayStation 4. So, October just ended. And it had me in the mood for some survival horror games. I'm currently uploading the video of me and Ryder giving our update on games we've been playing and whatnot. So if you're seeing this, that video is up. So definitely go check that out. But in the horror season, I picked up Evil Within and Evil Within 2. Problem with Evil Within 1, it did not get any type of buff treatment on PS5. It didn't get a 60 FPS buff or anything like that. So if you are going to play this on PS5, be aware that it is still locked at 30. No big deal. I think it's a very smooth, playable 30. But I have heard that Evil Within 2 did get the 60 FPS upgrade. So, you know, that's nice. I never played much of Evil Within. I know it's made by the guy who worked on Resident Evil 4 or whatever. So, Resident Evil 4 being one of my favorite games, I was like, okay, that's awesome. I'll try it out. But I never really gave it a fair chance. I played about an hour of it on PC, and I was like, man, I'm just not really feeling it. This was, man, 5 years ago almost, and I had a desire to give it a try again. Did I really give it another fair try? No. That's how it goes for me in games, man. I buy them, and I'm like, yeah, all right, that was cool. You know, it does take a little bit for a game to hook me. So Evil Within, maybe next Halloween we'll give it another try. Here's some PS5 games. You know, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. Pick this up, play with the friends. It's always a fun time playing with friends. Is that even right now? I got Dark Souls 3, the Fire Fades edition from the Steelbook trilogy in there because me and Ryder, now that he has a PS5, spoiler alert, sorry if you didn't watch the other video. Now we can co-op that. So I try not to open the cardboard and Steelbook very often. So I was like, okay, I'll just swap, you know, whatever game's in the system, that Dark Souls will go in that case. But yeah, Modern Warfare 2, Call of Duty, standard practice. Really fun to play with friends. I do recommend it if you have friends to play with and if you're even interested in first-person shooters. Me and Ryder played the beta. We had fun with it, but I knew he wasn't going to drop 70 bucks on it, especially after just buying a PS5. But I kind of knew I was. I'm not a Call of Duty fanboy. I don't play them religiously, but I think it's a lot of like, turn your brain off, go have some fun with your friends, talk about life, and grind some camos, because that's what I find fun. If it weren't for camos, I don't really know if I'd play it. I'll be completely honest. Some people are probably thinking this video is so unprofessional, which of course it is. This is just a one-on-one here, okay? Alright, man, we're just chilling. Another PS5 game I got, Devil May Cry 5. Got this special edition. I had this on PC. Me and Ryder both played it around the same time, actually. And we both got to the same chapter without even, like, telling each other that that's where we got to. And we stopped playing. But we both didn't stop. We both stopped because we got occupied by other games. It wasn't even that we thought it was bad or anything. We just ended up getting occupied by different games. But it's funny we got to the same spot. But I picked this up, and the disc just fallen out. Anyone else notice that with PS5 games, PS4 cases? These discs just fall out. Like, it's like they don't snap in. This one's not snapping in at all, so I'm gonna have to replace this case. But either way, I gave this a redemption. Or not a redemption because I liked it, and played all the way through the main campaign. Still got to do Virgil's, but thought it was amazing. Absolutely amazing. One of the best games I ever played. Super, super fast-paced fun. The combos are awesome. I was really in the mood for a game like that, and it hit every single sweet spot. I think I beat it in 2 days. Just loved it. Played a lot, and took a break before I played Virgil's campaign because, you know, I was playing some other stuff, and other stuff's coming out. Speaking of which, as the time of this recording, Sonic Frontiers has released today. God of War Ragnarok releases tomorrow. I am going to GameStop after this video and picking up Sonic Frontiers because my friend actually is technically buying it for me. So I'm getting it for free because of something that, you know, I can't really say why. Because I'm sure GameStop wouldn't be so happy about it. But we got some loopholes in the system. But I'm not stealing it. It's a trade. I'm getting something for him that isn't normally open to the public. Just saying. I'm not stealing it. And he's buying me the game for it. So I'm getting Sonic Frontiers today. Gonna be playing that, and then yeah, today's midnight today. God of War Ragnarok gets released at my GameStop. They are doing a midnight release, and I'm gonna be there. Maybe I'll turn it into a little vlog. I don't think it's gonna be anything crazy. I don't think a lot of people are gonna be there, I'll be honest. But yeah, so I just wanted to throw that out there too. But also picked up Final Fantasy VII Intergrade. This is the remake, of course. I did beat the remake on PS4, but I never got to play Intergrade. Didn't get to play anything, the Yuffie stuff and whatnot. So looking forward to that. I was really in the mood to play this, and I was playing it, and then I was like, I don't feel like playing it anymore. It's just weird how that happens, isn't it? You're like, I need to go play it. I need to go buy it, and I need to go play it. Then you're playing it, and you're having fun. Then that was awesome. And then you just like, where's your? It's like you don't go back to it. It's so weird. It's nothing against the game, but it's so weird. I don't get it. I don't get it. Maybe it's only me. Maybe I'm just an idiot. Anyway, we're moving on to PS3. Right here, we got Twisted Metal on PS3. 2 copies. One of them I got basically for free, which Tuckalicious is probably going to be buying from me. Maybe we'll work a trade out because I know he really wants this, but he'll be getting this version because I will be keeping the Walmart special edition type thing that comes with the Twisted Metal Black download. So either way, both complete, all that stuff. So super cool to have those. Again, don't need 2 copies, so gonna be getting rid of 1. Here's a game that me and Ryder have been looking for. Him more than me, but I happen to stumble across it. That is Ninja Gaiden 2, Sigma Ninja Gaiden 2 on PS3. We both have Ninja Gaiden 2 on Xbox 360, but he's more into PS3 now. He doesn't really play Xbox 360. Doesn't have his 360 hooked up. Doesn't have a controller to use. So he's mainly PS3. So he's looking for it on PS3. Can't find it, but I found it. So now I have 1, 2, 3, and Yaiba all on PS3 for when I feel like playing those. Talking really fast. Okay. So this next PS3 game is one that I haven't found in the wild until now. And my girlfriend loves this game, and she was talking about wanting to order it, and she was like, I want to play it, I want to play it. There was 3 main games on PS3 that she would always talk about, and she gave me one of them. She had Folklore still, she gave me that, that's one she loved. Then she recommended me Puppeteer, she loved that as a kid, so I picked that up, played through that, awesome game. Now this game is a game that it's like the 3rd holy trilogy of her, or Trinity, on PS3, and I found it for a very, very reasonable price. One of the best games ever made, apparently. apparently I missed out because everyone I talked to about this game is like, "It's a masterpiece." Oh yeah, it's a masterpiece. Yeah, one of the best games I ever played. It's like, what? Anyway, that is Alice Madness Returns. I swear it must be one of the best PS3 games ever made because the way everyone talks about it is, I mean, they hold it to such high regard. I popped it in for about an hour. It's currently in the PS3. Just saying. Don't think I don't have it. It's currently in the PS3. I do actually play these games. Um, Played it for about an hour. My girlfriend watched, and I was actually very pleasantly surprised with the way the game played, because the way she was describing it to me was it was like a pure puzzle game. But then I get in and I'm like, double jump? Why do I have a double jump? Double jumps are for platformers. Then I'm like, oh, it's a 3D platformer with combat. It's an action platformer. That's not what I was expecting. Very pleasantly surprised though, because hey, I'm into that. I'm into those games. So um, I will be playing more of that. I'm very overwhelmed by the amount of games I have, and I'm a very in the moment type person. Like one day I'm like, I'm gonna play this, and I play for a little bit, and I'm happy, and then the next day I'm like, nah, actually I want to play this. So I juggle a lot of games. I play way more games than I beat. I'll be the first to admit it. But I feel like the way I am with games is whatever I feel like playing is what I'm going to play. Whether it's, man, I shouldn't play that because I didn't even beat this yet, or it's whatever I feel like playing, I'm going to play, because that's how I enjoy games the most. Because there'll be a time where I'm like, I'm beating Alice Manage Returns. That's what I want to play, and I'll play through it and love it. But if you force yourself to play it just because you feel like you need to beat it because you've already played it and you can't move to another game, I don't work that way anymore. I've learned that I enjoy games way more when I'm actually really in the mood to play it, and not just trying to get through it to say I beat it so I can move on to another game. Here's one more PS3 game that I picked up, is 3D Dot Game Heroes. This is an Atlas game. This is honestly a Zelda clone, a traditional 2.5D top down. Um, you got your sword and your shield, and you're going through dungeons, and you're getting items and new things to traverse and go through puzzles and all that stuff. But this is a beautiful looking game. Big shout out to Ryder for putting me onto this game, because when we first started collecting again in the last 2-3 years, this was one that was really high on his list, and he was like, I really want 3D Dot Game Heroes. I really want it. It's like a hidden gem. I really want it. And I was like, I first looked at it, I'm like, that looks weird. That threw me off a little bit. And then videos would come out of hidden gem videos, and this game kept making it onto lists, and I was like, all right, let me do a little more research on it. Did a little more research on it, was like, yeah, all right, that looks like a good game. Picked it up, played about 3 hours of it, and I was like, yeah, this is a good game. I mean, it just is. It's a great game. Looks great. A lot of little like nods to other games. I won't spoil it because I think it's fun to find out for yourself. But man, there's a lot of things that are like, yeah, okay, I know exactly what game franchise they're talking about. So that was really cool in my opinion. All right, let's move on to, how about some, I got a 3DS game here. Let's do a 3DS game. I picked up Fire Emblem Awakening. Now, I'm not too big into TRPGs, but apparently this one is very good for noobs like me. And the reason is, one, you can turn off permadeath. I can tell you right now, getting into a TRPG and dealing with permadeath would probably push me away from the genre. I'd probably get frustrated because I'm new, I'm trying to learn, and I'm not very good at it. My characters are dying, I'm getting so punished on death, so I would probably full stop the game out of frustration. If I reach back here, there is a game that is somewhere that is also a great TRPG, like a great game to dip your toes into TRPGs, that I got recommended, and I fully agree. My collection is a mess because some of my games are on the table, so like my DS games and whatnot, so just ignore that. But this is Wargroove. Obviously, I've showed this before, but again, if we're on the topic of if you want to get into TRPGs, Wargroove, I do know, is a good one to start with, and apparently Fire Emblem Awakening is, so I will give that a try. No promises. I got it really cheap, though. Complete in box 3DS game. That's a Fire Emblem game. For that cheap, I was like, okay, they must have just made a lot of copies, but picked it up so cheap that even if I don't play it, I'm satisfied with just owning it. All right, DS. Now a normal DS game. I got Golden Sun Dark Age. I really don't know anything about this game other than, you know, it's JRPG, of course. I don't know how it's regarded. I don't know anything of that sort. But I do know that I love the art, especially on the manual. I'm a big fan of the art. And again, got it cheap. I have Golden Sun on Game Boy Advance. Just Golden Sun. And I think it is amazing when it comes to the sprite work. I think the sprite work is phenomenal. It's like 3D battling, but like 2D. It's just like really, really cool. And I think that game is really fun and really good. So when I see, you know, Golden Sun DS, I was like, all right, I'm going to pick that up because if I get even a little bit into a series, a franchise, I want to try and buy them all. Again, unless they're really expensive, no. But got that for like 20 bucks, complete. If it's bad, oh well. But I mean, a Golden Sun game, 20 bucks DS, I'm all for it. Now this is only one. I'm going to show 3 games, but only one of them you haven't seen. Because I talked about before that I picked up Dragon Quest IV on DS. I have finished this game. Awesome game, by the way. Awesome game. And I had Dragon Quest V when I did my DS or my Nintendo collection. So you saw 4 and 5. But what I didn't have at the time was Dragon Quest VI on DS. Now, I've only played 4. I didn't play 5. I didn't play 6 yet. But I love Dragon Quest already. I've played Dragon Quest 9 all the way through. I've played Dragon Quest 1 all the way through. Now I've played Dragon Quest 4 all the way through. So I've still got plenty to go. But I love Dragon Quest. I love Akira Toriyama. I love Dragon Ball. All that stuff. It comes together into a nice, awesome, epic JRPG experience with awesome enemies, awesome character designs. And I fall in love with Dragon Quest rather often when I'm just like, what do I want to play? And then I get hooked into like the Dragon Quest world. And I'm like, yeah, this is amazing. So, I think the next Dragon Quest I'm going to try and play through, though, might be Dragon Quest VIII. Because I have played a few hours of it and I loved it, but I didn't actually go all the way through it. I'm kind of in the mood for a 3D Dragon Quest. And I do have Dragon Quest XI, but I am holding off on that one because that one gets such high praise. Alright, let's go PS1. Here's some Japanese games. This one you already seen. So, but I picked up some Japanese games. Suikoden 2, because the American copy is insanely expensive and this was really cheap. Can I play this? No, I don't know Japanese, but I think it's really cool to just have it. I'm a big fan of just like artwork in games, so this alone is just cool to see and cool to have. Especially this Legend of Dragoon. Now, of course, as you've seen, I think I was upside down. As you've seen, I do have this. I have the Black Label American copy. But the manual might hurt your eyes. I don't know what they're doing there, but the discs look so cool. I actually single-handedly bought this game because of how cool the discs looked. I'll be completely honest. I was like, these are the coolest PS1 discs because they're like a matte finish. Black matte finish with nice colors. And I was like, yeah, this is sick. All right. Again, super cheap. Japanese games over here are very cheap because, well, I can't play them. So they're kind of like, from a gameplay value, they're meaningless to me, except for Klonoa, Door to Phantom Mile. You can play this without knowing a bit of English. 2D platformer, yeah. Those are the ones to go for. That's why that one was actually a little bit more, because I can actually play it. Alright, I've been ranting so much. I still got some games to go, but we'll go PS1. So I picked up Final Fantasy VII. I have had this for a while. I had the greatest hits. I traded my greatest hits in for a Black Label because I don't really mind greatest hits. It doesn't drive me nuts to have a greatest hits. But for some reason, Final Fantasy VII just looks too good Black Label. To me, the greatest hits doesn't do it for me. I love the clean Black Label, black on white. So, I'm about 17 hours into this game. I have taken a break for a bit because I was on this JRPG grind of like, I would just keep playing JRPGs. I played them in a row, and I'm kind of getting to the point where I'm a little burnt out on turn-based combat. But what I've played of FF7, amazing. I know when I pick it back up, again, I want to be in the full mood to play it, but when I pick it back up, I know I'll love it. Alright, the rest are really, honestly, they're heavy hitters. They're heavy hitters. They're ones that I'm super happy to have in my collection. I'm going to be jumping back to PS1, but I do want to get this out of the way, as if, I said that as if it's bad, but I did pick up for the the Halloween season, Siren, but I didn't play it. I'll admit it, I did not play it. I tested it to make sure it works, but didn't play it. But I do know that this game is very unique in the sense where you run through like scenarios multiple times, like the same scenario multiple times, to try and get further in, to try and figure things out and solve these puzzles to get to the end, or like break down like what actually happened, as far as I know. So it's actually very unique, that you know, replay the same level a bunch of times. But it doesn't sound like a bad thing, because you're always trying to progress and find things that you didn't see before, and trying to uncover these mysteries. So I think that's cool, and I think there's like 9 or 10 different scenarios or campaigns. So I think that's cool. Now we're gonna jump to GameCube. I picked this up because I was kind of, I don't know why I'm hyped for Sonic Frontiers, and I'm excited to play it today, and I don't know why. Because I'm not a Sonic fan, but I do like the 3D Sonic games. Now, I've only played Sonic Adventure, and I liked it. I didn't like Heroes, so I'm 1 for 1 actually. But I do know that the Sonic Adventure games are fun, and I only had Sonic Adventure 1. Put 2 and 2 together, you get Sonic Adventure 2. I got this on GameCube. I have Sonic Adventure 1 on Dreamcast, and honestly, I probably would have beaten it if I didn't have it on Dreamcast. I love the Dreamcast, but the controller, the thumbstick, it just doesn't feel right. This console sounds like a wood chipper. So I'm going to try and get Sonic DX, Director's Cut or whatever, of Sonic Adventure on GameCube and play that way. But I did pop this in the other night and played it. All I can say about Sonic games, the gameplay of this is fun. The cutscenes and the dialogue, very cringe to me. Very, maybe saying the word cringe is cringe nowadays, but very like, oh man, like, this is, I'm getting like secondhand embarrassment. My girlfriend's listening and I'm like, this is, just get me to the gameplay. I almost wanted to skip the cutscenes, because like I said, the gameplay's fun. I'm oddly looking forward to Sonic Frontiers. I don't know what happened. I don't know. Anyway, we got 3 more games, and these, again, big heavy hitters. A game that I've been wanting for a while on PS1. It is a Capcom JRPG. In my opinion, one of the best art styles of a PS1 game. I love how it looks. I think the sprite work is absurdly good. And I am really, really happy to have it, because I feel like I've been hunting this down for a while, and I just could never find it for a price I was willing to pay, till I found it for a price I was willing to pay. And that is Breath of Fire 4. Now, I do have this in a little protector, little plastic protector. I normally keep all my more expensive PS1 games in protectors. Again, disclaimer, I don't collect off of value, I collect off of what is interesting to me. But if I'm going to pay a pretty penny for these games, I want to protect them. That's all. I just want to keep them in as nice shape as possible, because I did pay a pretty penny for them. But Breath of Fire 4, just such a good looking game. If you don't know what it looks like, go YouTube it. And make sure you don't watch like someone like playing it at like 240p or whatever on like a big screen. It'll look bad, but just trust me. It looks good. I've already tested on the CRT. Amazing. Super excited. All right. Last PS1 game, and then the last game is a Super Nintendo game. A game that I bought on PS3 to play, to try it out, because I had a little interest in it, and Tucker really had interest in it. I gave it a try. I was like, all right, yeah, this game is one of the best games I've ever played, and I've played like 2 hours of it. Ahead of its time, term I don't use a lot. Ahead of its time for sure. Colorful, fun platformer. Very interesting the way you go from the foreground to the background in a way. Super cool. That game is Tomba. This game is a game that, as a kid, I actually might have picked it up based off of the cover and how it looked. For once, I could say I probably would have got this as a kid and been in with the the underappreciated, it's not a hidden gem. It's not a hidden gem, but you know what I mean. Like, it's not a whole lot of people talk about it when they talk about best PS1 games, but this game is great. It really is. If you're into 2D platformers, give it a try. It's a 2D platformer meets RPG. It's so cool. It's so cool. It feels great to play. Looks great. The music's awesome. Give it a try. Really give it a try. Emulate it. Buy it on PS3. Do what you need to. Buy it on PS1 like I did. Play on the CRT if you want that pure experience, because we are purists. Not really. I don't really care what you do, but just enjoy the game. If you show interest, if it looks interesting to you, play it and enjoy it. It's great. Last game. This is a game that honestly I didn't think I'd ever own, because it's really expensive. But this game is regarded as one of the best JRPGs ever made. I played about 10 hours of it, and I didn't see where it was like, oh, this is one of the best games I ever played, but it was really good. It was really good. But I was playing it on DS, and I was like, I don't want to play on handheld when I can play it on the CRT. I was like, but the game is so much money. But I found a copy of it that just had a dead battery. That's all it was. And they were selling it for like half the price. And I really mean half the price what it goes for. I fully authenticated it. It's 100% authentic, just had a dead battery. I soldered a new battery in. It's saving perfectly fine, playing perfectly fine. Everything is good. But that game is Chrono Trigger. I know, I haven't finished it. What a sin, huh? People are upset. But again, Akira Toriyama strikes again. This game, again, what I've played of it is super, super good. But it didn't take me like it seems to have taken everyone else, where it's like, this is the best JRPG I ever played. Maybe I missed the boat. Maybe it's not too late to enjoy it, but too late to see it as one of the best games ever made. I don't know. But each their own. But I did still really, really enjoy what I played. But I'm going to be playing this, obviously, this way, on the original Super Nintendo, on a nice bigger screen, so I'm not hunched to the little DS, which I don't even mind playing DS games. I think what it was that I knew I could play it on a bigger screen. I knew I wasn't limited to the DS. Dragon Quest IV, I knew I was limited to the DS because I don't emulate and I wasn't going to do the translation patch. But I fully enjoyed that, no issue playing it on DS. Not once did I think, like, man, I wish I wasn't on the DS. But for Chrono Trigger, for some reason, that's how it was for me. So when I do give that game another playthrough or another try, I will play it that way and hopefully really, really enjoy it, because I did enjoy what I played. I ranted a lot. I talked about the games that I got, and I probably talked about other stuff that has nothing to do with anything a lot of the time too. If you're still here, I really appreciate it, but that's all I have to show you today for my recent pickups. Again, check out Tuckalicious' video of his recent pickups. Check out the video that is currently uploading in the background that you can't see of our Two Broke Gamers update video. And go ahead, give them all a thumbs up, give them all a share, subscribe to subscribe to Two Broke Gamers and Tuckalicious, and I'll see you next time.